Welcome back to the Rufus Trials on Ascended Together, a collaboration playthrough with over a dozen creators on a boosted server with over 50 mods installed. In this episode, I want to share some of the, failures I've experienced so far. The goal when I first logged in was to navigate my way to the Red Obelisk and find a chair that had been set up for me by the host. Fortunately for me, I spawned right next to it, so I'd be able to take my time and get some good shots for the new series. That is, until Adillo decided to completely ruin my opening shots. I guess you never get a second chance at a first impression, right? So now I have to make my way over, looking like I've been half beat up by something. I suppose that can still be a dramatic entrance of sorts. But leave it to the compies for messing up that plan. These little dedicated irritants don't have even the slightest idea of what a good beginning of a story is. And this definitely was not a great start. Okay, change of plans. The opening sequence can simply be me running as fast as I can to the chair. So much for beautiful sweeping shots of the landscape while I courageously make my way to the starting line. Instead, it's the rushed dash avoiding anything that looks like it might be an unfortunate encounter. Well, I made it, only to find out that my nameplate was spelled wrong. The Rufus Trails? It's supposed to be the Rufus Trials. Oh well, maybe nobody would notice. Did you notice until I said something? Then one time I found a creature causing some ruckus outside my base, but I figured, why not try to tame it? This could be easy. I'm so close, and maybe I can just get it knocked out and get almost a free tame delivered right to my front door. Great, while it's preoccupied with my crane, I can get it knocked out. Easy peasy. Excellent, knocked it out. And now I just need to get it some food, and voila. While I was running over, I spotted a thief bird that I thought I'd try to clear out so it doesn't try causing any trouble with this taming. Get it distracted by me, and then with one perfectly timed swift shot, take it out. This is easy. And then I started hearing something you never want to hear. Something gnawing on your tame. Not only did that ruin the taming effectiveness, but I missed and killed my tame. My base seems to attract creatures. This time, it was something I hadn't seen before, so I thought, why not shoot it and see what happens? The spyglass said this was a knockout tame, so let's see if I can get it knocked out. I was in a good spot to shoot down at it because it was going to have a hard time making its way all the way up here to get me. So as long as it doesn't run too far away, I should be able to just keep at it, use most of my arrows to fill up its torpor, and knock it out. For some reason, it decided to head over to my base and start attacking things. I have no idea if this creature knew that that was my stuff, but it sure seemed to me like it was trying to get back at me for trying to knock it out. I suppose that's fair, but did it have to actually destroy my crane? After vandalizing some of my stuff, it worked its way back over to the cliffside where I was able to fire off a whole slew of trank arrows to fill its torpor bar. This thing was really going to take a while, but there's a good chance that having a high level one of these would be very helpful, so I persisted. After a long time of cleverly shooting its tail, I finally knocked it out. Now I just have to make my way down there and give it some food. After glitching out for a bit trying to get up the cliffside, I started to see a problem. I couldn't tell if it was because it was stuck in this cliff or what, but there seemed to be no way to access its inventory. Looks like the spyglass fooled me again. Turns out, this is not a knockout tame after all, and I couldn't even get my arrows back. Then one day, I thought I'd experiment a bit. I had found one of the gecko tails, and for some reason, I thought it would be interesting to see what happens when I drop it by a creature. That was not what I expected, but now I know. And there was the time I was out riding and came really close to becoming lunch for one of these humongous snakes. I'm sure one of these days I'll see what that's like. Those things are frightening. What do you do when you need to step away for a moment or have lunch or something? I decided to just lay down on my raft. Only I didn't realize that it was 1,000,000 degrees until I got back and had to respawn. Fortunately, I had the recorder going and was able to see what happened. I got all dressed up, had my kibble ready to go, only to find out that no bee had spawned at this reliable spawn location. I guess you just can't plan these things sometimes. Just about the only thing you can plan with these types of games is that nothing ever goes to plan, but I suppose that's what makes it fun and challenging. Thanks for coming along with me through this successes and failures. See you next time.